ISIS Audio presents an unabridged recording of Little Ghost, written by Chris Mcdonald, and read by Robert G. Slade. The moral right of the author has been asserted. This performance is owned by ISIS Audio. One can arrive at their lowest ebb in a variety of ways. For some, it may feel like they're being led down an elegant spiral staircase, each step a heavy slab of marble, hand gliding along a polished banister made of solid oak, the descent barely perceptible until they've reached the bottom. For others, it might feel like being dumped down an elevator shaft, the plunge so violent there's barely a second to think about it before the inevitable collision with the hard concrete at the bottom. At the beginning of this cautionary tale, Irving Ash believed he had reached rock bottom. How wrong he was. Chapter 1. Jimbo's was quiet. Seasoned drinkers lined the bar doing what they were best at, throwing back their chosen poison and attempting to shut out a cruel, cruel world. I was doing my best to convince myself that I wasn't one of them, that I was here on a higher mission, when in reality I was fast becoming the poster boy for drowning problems in dirty dive bars. And Jimbo's was a dive bar, all right. The wooden surface of the bar top was scarred and chipped. Unlit neon signs advertising different brands of beer lined the crumbling walls. The place reeked of piss and desperation and the sweat of men who had nowhere better to be. I thought about leaving. "Another round?" Jimbo asked. I stopped thinking about leaving and nodded, watching him walk to the pump of choice without further instruction. The pint of Guinness was handed to me with a head on it that would have made an Irishman weep. Still, here it came with a side order of whiskey. Swings and roundabouts. "Am I sticking it on the tab?" Jimbo asked. "You know you are," I replied. "You know, one of these days you're actually going to have to fucking pay it off," he laughed, and walked away to serve one of the other no-hopers slumped over the bar. Jimbo was an enabler first and a friend second. Friendship never stood in the way, him getting me royally shit-faced, and rightly so. You'd be a shitty businessman if your business was booze and your conscience was clean. Problems should be solved with words and rational thought, but he was more than happy to solve all of life's troubles with alcohol's bomb. And then...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?